Three main differences between old and new. That's two pizzas from Domino's. As investors, we need to always look at the opportunity cost. Renovate and manufacture equity, for example, and the Reserve Bank has come out this week and increased the interest rates yet again by another 25 basis points. Should I buy an old style property or should I buy a brand new property? You can reduce your deposit required by $17,300. Over $300,000 in equity. Hi, my name is Roy and welcome to Roy Talks Property. On this channel, we discuss everything related to property, property finance, and the different strategies available for you today to build wealth through property. If you're interested, make sure you subscribe because I'm on a mission to give you all the knowledge you need to become a serious property investor. Your support is greatly appreciated. The Reserve Bank has come out this week and increased the interest rates yet again by another 25 basis points. And as interest rates near their peak, now more than ever, it's very important to have the right strategy in place before you start investing. So the question on everyone's mind today is, should I buy an old style property or should I buy a brand new property as a house and land package? There is no one size fits all approach to property investing. So in this episode, we take a deep dive to explore the three main differences between old and new in terms of deposit required, cash flow and depreciation benefits, and last but not least, I want to talk about one main difference that is very important but nobody talks about, and that is personal preference. It's a bit of a controversial subject, so make sure you stick to the end and please let me know your thoughts in the comments below. So the first thing we want to look at is how much does it cost to purchase an older style property versus a new property that we built. So we're going to compare buying an established property in South Australia versus building a house and land in South Australia. The purchase price is going to be $500,000 and we're going to put down a 12% deposit. That's 10% deposit for the property and 2% for lender's mortgage insurance. For an established property, you are paying the full stamp duty of the purchase price, which is $500,000. So you're going to be paying $26,000 in stamp duty. But when you build a brand new property, you only pay stamp duty on the land component. And in this scenario, the land is $200,000, so you're paying $8,700 for stamp duty. You obviously have to engage a solicitor to offer conveyancing services. That's around $1,500 for both scenarios. And in both scenarios, we need some sort of reports, whether it's pest and building for the older property or an inspection report for the new property. That's another $1,000 in both scenarios. The cost of an older style property is $88,500 and for a new property it's $71,200. If you're liking this video so far, don't forget to actually like the video. Your support means a lot to me. When you build a brand new property, you can reduce your deposit required by $17,300. So for an example, if you're saving $1,500 a month, that means you can buy a property 12 months sooner if you decide to build. Now, I'm not advocating that you only build. What may work for some may not work for others. And either way, as investors, we need to always look at the opportunity cost. You don't want to keep chasing the market and should aim to get into the market as soon as you can. What would it cost you if you had to wait another 12 months to buy a property, for example? In my scenario, had I not built a property that I bought in 2020 and I chose to wait until I saved more money in order to buy an established property, I would have missed out on over $300,000 in equity, which allowed me to purchase another investment property. If you want to find out more about this, check out this video. When building a brand new property, you have to keep in mind that the property is not generating a rental income. So you will have a mortgage that you're paying for while the property is being built. This mortgage is usually interest only and is called interest during construction. So to be fair, I will now update the spreadsheet and include interest during construction. And as you can see, by building a brand new property, you are still saving close to $10,000 and your barrier to entry is still lower because you don't have to come up with interest during construction money up front. You pay for it monthly as the house is being built and drawdown payments are made. At Buyers Club, we help our clients invest in both established and brand new properties. So it really boils down to what works for you as an investor and what sort of cash flow and tax benefits are you targeting. So to keep things consistent, I will use the $500,000 scenario as the benchmark for this comparison now. In order to compare cash flow and depreciation benefits, we need to run some assumptions. So we are assuming a similar growth rate of 6%, which is conservative for both scenarios. The rent to yield on an older style property is higher than a brand new property, and I believe that we can achieve a 6.5% rent to yield, and I've allowed a 5% rent to yield for the brand new property. The interest rate is the same for both properties and running costs are also the same. But the main difference is that the new property will give you tax benefits through depreciation, while the existing property won't give you much tax benefits. Based on the assumption that we ran earlier, the older style property will give you an estimated $500 of tax benefits in a year and will be cash flow positive by $760 or $15 a week. That's 2 pizzas from Domino's. And the brand new property will give you an estimated $8,200 in tax benefits and will be cash flow positive by $2,500 or $50 a week. The last main difference between old and new property is personal preference. Some investors prefer a new property that comes along with insurances, warranties in place, and peace of mind knowing that they knew that they built the property themselves. Other investors prefer an older style property that they can renovate and manufacture equity, for example, and they like having a larger land component and they like the idea of generating a rental income from day one. A brand new property is more likely to attract a longer term tenant, and an older style property is likely to attract a shorter term tenant. These are all things to consider, but it really boils down to personal preference and your strategy. If you want to find out more about how you can manufacture equity through renovation, make sure to check out this video where I discuss a renovation hack that not many investors or even professionals know about. That's it for today. I know we got a little bit technical, but it's very important to understand the difference between the two strategies, and I hope that you received value from this video. I suggest that you save it so you can come back to it at a later stage. And if you have any questions, please drop them in the comments below and I'll speak to you again soon.